Sorry, buddy. I'm having trouble with my internet. Hopefully, I'll stick through this live stream. Uh, I believe it or not, it's only my internet. It somehow just today of all days, the power source for my cable modem bricked, and I tried every other power source in my house to see which one would fit, and then I almost gave up. And then I realized I have this like 10-year-old Roomba I bought on Craigslist, and I said, "Well, let me try that one. It's double the power of the one for the cable modem, but it fit, so it's working right now. My cable modem will probably not last much longer than this since it's getting double the juice. But hey, it's Scoots. I'm here. I guess the internet's spotty because I'm trying to do. Um, yeah, I was trying to log into Patreon on a phone. So hey, everybody, it's a Tuesday. Is that what date is? Tuesday. And sorry, I'm distracted. I was just trying to get this to work too, so I could show everybody. Because kind of anybody that's watching this, watching this now, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, you could click through to YouTube to chat. But if you're not watching this live, it's also Tuesday tutorial day, and normally I like to do a tutorial on like how to do something on Patreon. And I have an older phone, and I thought, hey, I'd log in Patreon and show you how to do some stuff. But of course, the older phone's not working that I have. So I don't know if that's going to work. But hi, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Good night. Yeah, let me see. Is there Chrome on here? Probably not. I don't even know if this phone has internet because my internet. I don't even know if I think I'm live on the internet. All right. Well, so if you're watching this, I guess my message is, and you haven't set up your Patreon feed, please set it up. Like on behalf of the part of you that wants to get a good night's sleep, it only takes a few minutes to set up. You go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/PatreonFAQ, FAQ, www.sleep. I'm putting it here on YouTube. Sleep with WITH sleepwithme.com. Oh, I put sleep with that's not correct. .com. Sleep with me. Oh, podcast.com. Oh boy, I don't own. That's too expensive. I couldn't pay for that. Podcast.com / PATRE Patreon FAQ, and follow the instructions over there. And there's step-by-step instructions on adding your podcast feed to a podcast app. And there's also a link to our support team. So if you get stuck at all, just click on that link, send our support team a note, and they will walk you through it and help you get it set up. But you don't want to miss out on the bonus content. There's just 4 or 5 nights of content. Like last night and tonight are at $5 and up patrons are getting story only episodes, and some people like to build playlists of those. A lot of patrons build like a playlist with like a new episode and then 5 or 6 story only episodes. It looks like I'm getting something here. But yeah, so that's one thing. But yeah, I'm here to answer AMA questions. I may just try to do this one more time though. And yeah, if you want to chat, click through to YouTube, but I'll be checking those posts. I got this old iPhone that I've been using to try to run tests on location episodes. Doesn't seem like it has an internet connection though. Oh, Patreon, oh, Patreon. Do-do-do-do-da-dee-dee. Well, let me answer some questions. Oh, wait, it does. Let's see if we can log in. It says create on your own terms. So if you want to set up your bonus content, hey, Christiana, you just go to patreon.com/sleepwithme and then log in using your login. So I'm typing in my email right now on this phone. And I have an email for, this is for the $5 level. Need my readers. I don't have any readers, but I need them. So how's everybody doing this evening? At Gmail. It's a good thing this live stream's only going out to patrons, eh? Then I got to put in my password. Some of you may have a two-step verification set up, so then you'd have to do that. But I'm not exactly sure if this phone can handle it. Let's see. I hit return. So we'll put that as pending. Let me go over here and answer some questions from the AMA, though. I hope everybody's doing well. I guess I'm here to take your mind off of stuff right now and answer your questions. And later tonight, I'll be here to take your mind off of stuff to put you to sleep. Okay, those are from 4 days ago. And you can add your questions, or if you're here live, you can put it in the live stream, or you could put them on the post. I'll probably check the post last. Let's see. So I think this is the last one. Leonardo had asked about Lady Witchbeard. No, I guess no. We answered that one. Whether is these out of order? I thought. No, I guess this is where we left off. So Jay Lynn asks, I've been listening to earlier episodes and I noticed your tones are less creaky. Was there a reason for the change? I'm a big fan of the creaky dulcet tones for sure. And yeah, I may have already answered this, but this is always a good one to answer. When I first started out, I was very nervous. If that was for like a year or 2 years, so it wasn't like just in the first few episodes. I was very nervous, had performance anxiety, so I was overcompensating for performance anxiety. I had less expensive equipment, and I did no post production at all that I know. Like I had no idea literally what I was doing other than the basic recording and basic edits. And so those, there's a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily hear because so I was very nervous. That's one reason why the creaky dulcet tones were less creaky. Two, it was just a much different, there's a lot of background noise that you might not necessarily hear, or just noise in those recordings. But I think it's mostly just nerves. I mean, I don't know. The creaky dulcet tones are not something like that where it was planned out. They just come from me being in that space of trying to be there and be present to put people to sleep. And I guess for me, the podcast just slowly evolved. So it's different when you're a listener and you're jumping around. You have the ability to cover years of content, to go from something that's made in 2020 to jump back to a episode from 500 or 200, which for me represents a literal lifetime of 300 episodes. That's the thousands and thousands of hours of work and becoming and learning how to get a little bit better. Hey, Vesna. It's just experience, I guess. Margarita asks, what other podcasts do you listen to regularly and would you recommend? I've been recommending, let's see. So there's a new one out today from Joseph from Welcome to Night Vale that I just finished listening to. Let's see. It's probably not in my feed anymore because, let's see. Let's see what's at the top of my feed is 99PI. Looks like they have a new episode. Welcome to Night Vale. Has Joseph's, they have an update in their feed, and then Joseph's new podcast, which is called Our Plague Year. See what else came out recently. A new Terrible Thanks for Asking, a new House Sound, a new Script Notes, Studio Confessions. That's a newer podcast I just started listening to, As It Happens, from Jonathan Mann, Who Weekly. I was going to listen. I haven't started listening to Disgraceland about who's that? Axl Rose and them. That one I've been listening to, Rob's Survivor podcast and the Ringers Survivor podcast. My brother and me. MFM, See Jurassic Right, Dear Hank and John, WTF, Oh No, Ross and Carrie, Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, Meditation Minis, Hello from the Magic Tavern. These are just episodes that came out this week. This American Life, City Arts and Lectures, No Sleep, Reveal, Sawbones. I had a dream about the Sawbones team last night. It was just a friendly dream. Let's see what else. Invisibilia, ATP, On Being, Love Your Work, Punch Up the Jam. These are the two I'm recommending recently. Over the Road, which I always call On the Road. It looks like last episode came out. There's a bonus episode that came out on Thursday, Channel 19. So that's worth checking out. That's for Radiotopia podcast. It's very good. Dead Eyes is a HeadGum podcast that's really funny and really relevant right now because so those are two I definitely check out. Throughline, LeVar Burton Reed's Christiana saying. So there's some, The Truth, Recode, Reconomics, Long Form, Culturally Relevant, Song Exploder. I could go on and on. I think I got a lot more in there. But those are ones that have recent episodes. So hopefully that answers that question. But I'd start with those two I've been recommending. Or any of those other ones that just came out with episodes. I guess I'm supposed to be Matt Dyer has a new episode coming out tonight, I think, that I'm on. That's Conversations with Matt Dwyer. Right there. So those are just some. Okay, let me move on to the next question. Bernie and LeVar. I just recorded a TNG episode today, so I was watching some Geordie LaForge recently. Empty Bowl is another good one. So he had a dream with Justin. It was I don't want to talk about it. But it was like Justin, Charlie, and Sydney, and they had a motorboat, and I guess we're on vacation together or something. Okay. I think I already covered telling the story about Sleep With Me in another one, but I'll try to tell that Yanavi. Let me know if that's correct. Or Janavi and Karen, and how my voice. I mean, basically, I discovered it because I couldn't sleep as a kid, and new season of Ear Hustle. I just created the podcast because I was like, why isn't there any? Now there's so many sleep podcasts. But at the time, I was like, how come there's no sleep podcasts for grown-ups? Like some bedtime stories for grown-ups that are kind of fun, silly. That's kind of the short version. It's like, that's what I would want. And then this was before 2013. I started making the show in 2013, though. And yeah, I'll try to link to that answer to that question at some point when I try to go through all these videos. But yeah, I think on the first question, it was sorry, I'm distracted here. Okay. Janet asks, do you struggle with coming up with ideas for new storylines or new trending Tuesday shows, or do you always have ideas flowing from your active brain? Not a naturally creative person, so I'm always impressed. I've been listening and a patron since before you went to the Sunday, Wednesday format. Thank you so much. So, do I ever struggle with coming up with new storylines or trending Tuesday shows? Somebody's getting a hum and a crackle. Let me just try to. It's probably just the internet, but let me see if I can.